because I have found that they overheat a little bit during the lives occasionally, and that sometimes causes lag. And if you hear a lot of sound or you see my hair going crazy, that's because there's a fan. Okay, let's get started. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility. I pretty much woke up 20 minutes ago, so I am not moving very well at all. And oh man, limping around. So I need this a lot. Oh, okay, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're gonna do is the hip cars. Hip cars are all about moving your leg through a big range of motion using your own muscle power, and the range of motion is going to happen here at the hip. Okay, so we're going to start by bringing the knee up as high as we can directly in front of us. Try and lift and keep lifting and keep lifting. When we get tired, it's going to be really hard to lift as high as you can go, so try your best, especially from the beginning, and do your best. All right, from here we're going to open up that leg directly to the side. Try to keep the hip in the same spot when you do this and not start rotating your whole body if you can. From here we're going to rotate this leg so that the ankle comes up to the same height as the knee. From the side it's going to look a little bit like this. Your hips are open, and then you're going to rotate, boom, ankles are as high as the knee. Then from here, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep on bringing that leg up higher and higher and higher so that the ankle is as high as you can get. You're really rotating here at the hips. The hamstrings are going. Bring the leg down and back from there. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. Feel the stretch here in the hip flexor. And that is one rep. For the final little bit, we're bringing the leg back and feeling it in the hip flexor. From the front, it looks just like this. This leg is going right back behind us. All right? That's one rep. We're going to do 10 of them on the left side, 10 of them on the right side. We're doing them together. Let's go. Core nice and strong. High knee. Open. Ankle up some more. Down and back. That's one rep. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 3. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back, that's 4, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back, that's 5, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back, that's 6, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back, that's 7, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back, that's 8, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back, that's 9, high knee. Last one, open, ankle up, down and back. Oh, that is 10 hip cars. We got 25% of the way through. We got lots more to do. Let's go. Other leg. If you're just joining in, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of hip mobility work. We're doing some hip cars. If you don't know what we're doing, don't worry. Jump right in. We are explaining everything as we go. Cool? Whew. Stand up straight, core tight. Put your hand out for balance if you need it. Start by bringing this knee as high as you can in front. Open up to the side. Try to keep your hips in the same space so that your leg is the only thing that's moving. Rotate the leg so that the ankle comes up to horizontal first, and then keep on going. Oh, lift that ankle up as high as you can. Bring the leg down and back. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. Feel the stretch here in the hip flexor. Try to keep your core tight so that, you feel that intensity. 10 more. Let's go. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back. I forgot to start counting. I think that's 3 though. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's 4, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back. 5, open, ankle, down and back. That's 6, knee, open, ankle, down and back. That's 7, knee, open, ankle, down and back. That's 8, knee, open, ankle, down and back, that's 9, last one, knee, open, ankle up, down and back, that's 10. Oh, if your hamstrings are feeling tight, feeling tired, if your glutes are feeling tight, feeling tired, that's normal. Don't worry about it. We're gonna do a quick little hip circle, hip shake, help to relax, do a little dance. Then we're gonna go in reverse, all right? So we're gonna do basically the same exact movements, but we're gonna do them in reverse. And it looks like this. We're gonna keep the core nice and tight, like you're bracing for a punch. All right, from here, we're gonna start by bringing the leg down and back. So what we ended with before is what we're starting with. That's why it's in reverse. From here, I want you to really focus on keeping the core tight so that you're not torquing as you go. All right, if you're doing a little tiny bit, that's fine. But a lot of pressure in the low back, it's gonna make your back ache. It's gonna be uncomfortable, and you don't wanna do that. Cool? So again, core tight, bring the leg down and back. Feel the stretch here. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, pull that leg back behind you. Keep the core tight so that you're not flaring out your chest. Cool? From here, we're lifting the leg directly to the side. Then we're gonna rotate the ankle up as high as we can. Then we're gonna do the opposite. Rotate the ankle all the way down, lift the knee as high as we can, bring the knee forward. It's gonna sound complicated. There's a lot of steps, but we'll make it easy from here. Let's go, 10 reps. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 1, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 2, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 3, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 4, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 5. I've been struggling a little bit with lag here, so if you are experiencing any internet or it looks like the video is being a little bit weird, let me know in the chat when it happens. I can try my best to turn off Wi-Fi, switch to data, or when it's happening on data, switch to Wi-Fi. 7, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 8, 2 more, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 9, last one, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, oh man. The leg that I'm balancing on while doing all the crazy stuff with the other leg is very tired. My ankles are feeling it, my feet are feeling it. Luckily, we get to switch over and finish with this leg doing the crazy stuff and this leg doing the balancing. Whew. I hope you're ready. Let's go. Keep that core nice and tight. Let's start. Start by bringing the leg down and back. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. You're trying to bring the leg slightly back behind you. It does not have to be crazy. We are not trained ballet dancers. If you don't have a lot of flexibility here, that is normal. I do not have a ton of flexibility here. Keep the core tight so you're not putting a whole bunch of pressure into your low back. And side, ankle up. Try to lift the ankle as high as you can. Ankle down, bring the ankle back down, lift the knee up high. I try to look at the camera and I immediately lost balance. And finish by bringing the knee forward. Try to keep that knee as high as you can. I know it's the last round, your hips are already tired, your knees are drooping. That's okay, try your best. All right, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 1, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 2, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 3, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 4, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 5, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 6, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 7, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 8, we're almost done, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 9, last one, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, 10. Oh, that is our first warm-up exercise. Those are our hip cars. They were exhausting. We're going to take it down a notch. We're going to chill out a little bit. We're going to do some elephant walks. So what I want you to do is fold forward. Get into this L shape if you can. And if you have a tight low back, old low back injuries, you might be feeling a whole bunch of tension here in the back. Just chill. Breathe forward a little bit. Relax. And hopefully your low back is relaxing alongside you. Now, hopefully, you're feeling it mostly in your hamstrings. We are ready to take it up to the next level. We're going to add a little bit of movement. From here, from this position, I want you to bend one knee, and I want you to straighten the other leg. Then I want you to bring the belly button down a little deeper. Cool? Then we're going to switch sides. The other knee's going to be bent, other knee's going to be straight. I'm going to keep on switching. Back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. Whew. If you are perpetually sore, like me, because you do these lives every single day, then you might be feeling a little bit of tension here in the hamstrings. You might be feeling some tension right underneath your glutes. That's where your hamstrings and those tendons that the hamstrings become attached into your pelvis. That's how you move. Your muscles move your bones. And this might be quite intense. That is okay. You can do these as slow as you want with as much capability as you've got. And you can grunt and groan as much as you want as well. I can't hear you, so don't worry. Alright, the goal here is to do enough of these so that you suddenly feel like, oh hey, these weren't so bad. Maybe they started quite rough, quite uncomfortable, quite tingly, and now, it's okay. It's fine. When you do get to that position, get to that point where you start feeling like, oh hey, this isn't bad, I can do these a little faster, I can go a little bit deeper, and go a little deeper. Get a little bit more out of the stretch, and we're going to go for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Pop into a little bit of a squat. Come on back up into standing, and that is the beginning of warm-up exercise number 2. We're going to move on. We're going to add some thoracic rotation, which is just rotating the middle of your spine into our next movement. What we're going to do is get into that same position that we were in a second ago, where one knee is bent, one leg is straight, and we are folding forward. But from here, we're going to take the arm from the bent leg side, we're going to reach across the body, we're going to push against the outside of this straight leg, and man, the sirens are super loud, and they're gone. Okay, traffic must not be so bad today. Open up your chest, rotate, 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 rotate. Reach as high and far back as you can. Rotate your neck so that you're looking at that hand. And once you get as deep as you think you can get for the moment, I want you to breathe. Slowly inhale and exhale. On the exhale, see if you can reach a little further. All right? Inhale. Exhale. And that is half a rep. We got to do the other side to match it. We're going to do 5 reps in total. Let's go. So, other side, this leg is bent, this leg is straight, arm from the bent leg side is going across the body to the straight leg side. We're pushing against the outside of the leg, and we're opening that chest. Look up at the fingers so your neck is also rotating, getting some twisting done. And breathe. Reach a little further. Breathe. Exhale and reach. That is 1 rep. We got 4 more to do. Let's go. Left leg bent, left arm across, push, open, 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 reach, breathe, exhale, reach, open, exhale, reach. That's 2. Keep going. Exhale, reach. That's 3. 2 more. Open. And other side. That's 4. One last one. Let's go. Open. And other side. That is 5 thoracic rotations. Hopefully you're finding that your spine is rotating a little bit nicer. I talk fast, but you do not need to move fast. This is supposed to be gentle, relaxing. We're breathing as we go. And so if you're feeling any sharp, tingly, painful sensations, definitely take it down a level. Relax. Cool? That is warm-up exercise number 2. We're going to move right on into warm-up exercise number 3, the Cossack switch. It looks a little bit like this. I'm going to scoot over to the side of the camera. And we are basically opening up our legs wide, putting our heel down over here on this side, doing a one-legged squat down on this end, squishing as deep as we can, scooting our butts over to the other side, squishing as deep as we can, and then coming back, squishing as deep as we can. That is the Cossack switch from side to side. It's really challenging, and it's going to be challenging for most people, so we're going to start by preparing for it with a little bit of a stretch. I want you to get into this position on the floor. I want you to lean slightly forward, pull your knees to your chest, hug yourself like a little baby, and we hang out. When we're in this position, I want you to feel the Achilles tendon getting nice and tight. I want you to feel that stretch as you lean forward. And I want you to feel your ankles getting looser and looser. Up here in the hips, I want you to bring your belly button down to the legs, bring your chest down to the legs, or if you want, you're pulling your legs to your chest, depending on how you feel about your arms, and you're just going to chill here for a little bit, all right? This folding motion is basically the same motion that you're going to be in when we are squished down on either side, so this is how we're preparing for that with both legs at the same time. Alright, add a little dance, add a little wiggle. This doesn't have to be super explosive. You don't have to twist all over the place. Just a little gentle movement, some hip circles, and hopefully now you're prepared to do a couple of Cossack switches. Let's set it up. We're taking our hands from knee pulling position, put them straight down into the ground. Nothing fancy. From here, we're sticking one leg out way over to the side. We're going to focus on dropping this heel to the ground. There's a lot of movement and balance here, so we want as much stability as possible. Having the heel down is going to help you stay stable. All right. Next up, get into whatever position that's deepest while keeping your heel down. For some of us, you might have to be pretty high up, and that's fine. It's part of the process. For some of you, you might be able to squish really low, and that's great. Either way, we're going to start moving our butts over to the other side now. You can put your hands down, help yourself get over to the other side to start. And once you get to the other side, I want you to squish, get compact, whee, and then come back. Other side, squish, compact, whee. And that is 1 rep. We're going to do 10 of these in total. Let's go. Hands down, bring it across to the other side, squish, wee, and then come back. This is, what are we going to count this as? I'll count that as 2. Keep on going. Side, 2, side, that's 3. If you're feeling like you're doing okay, you don't need the support from your hands, you can stop using the support from your hands. Try to keep leaning forward to help counterbalance your body weight. And I think this is 4, maybe 5. Keep going. Across and back. If at some point your inner knees, this area starts getting a little uncomfortable from this position, the transition from side to side, you can feel free to experiment with coming up, coming across, dropping down, and up, and across, and down, so that you put a little bit pressure, a little bit less pressure on the insides of the knees when they do get uncomfortable, and you can still work on that deep stretched position at the bottom. I have now completely lost count of how many of these I've done, but I feel like we've done 7 or 8. So I'm going to count this as 9. Up and across and down. This is 9. All right, last one. Stand up as straight and high as you can. Extend your arms out in front of you for balance. It's going to put a little bit more strain in slightly different muscles. Finish up. That was our last one. 10. We just wrapped up 10 Cossack switches, and we just wrapped up our warm-up exercises. It's time to get into our stretches. If you're concerned because warm-up exercises is beating you up, don't worry. We got to do the warm-up exercises so that our hips loosen up, so that our muscles are ready to get the most out of every stretch. There's not as much cardio feeling stuff, not as many reps from here on out. Cool? All right, first stretch we're going to do is a hamstring stretch. And I recommend you go grab a cushion, go grab something to pad your knee, because we're going to set up the hamstring stretch like this. We're going to drop one knee down on the ground. We're going to extend one leg out in front. We're going to fold our belly button down to our thighs. Take a second, go grab something to pad the knee. Could be a couch cushion, dog bed, old towel, dirty laundry. Just roll it up, put it under your knee. If it was entirely up to me, I'd probably use a dirty towel right now, but I try to look relatively presentable on the internet, so I can't find anything immediately. I think all the other things that I need are in the other room, so I'm going to do it without any support. And it is not recommended. Oh, okay. Oh, coffee is good. Let's continue. I hope you've got your stuff out. I've been supplied with tools. Thank you, mystery ghost of sports equipment. All right. Let's go. We're doing some hamstring stretches. You don't need both blocks. One block is fine. A tiny little bit of cushioning is fine. Yoga mat that you fold a couple of times will be fine. We're going to drop one knee down into the cushion, and if it's big enough, you can drop both knees down onto the cushion to start. Why don't you take a look at the hips when your knees are together? This relationship that your hips have, where they're directly across in front of you, that's what we want to keep for the duration of the stretch. All right. Oftentimes when we get into this position where one leg is out in front, we get a little aggressive. We want some front splits or something. So we're like pushing one hip out way in front. The other hip is over here. The whole hip is rotated. You're at a diagonal now. And that is not what we want. All right. We want to fold and pull this back leg, this not front leg, this neutral hip leg back, so that we can focus on folding into the hamstring stretch, folding straight down. Cool? All right, let's do this. I'm going to rotate around so you don't have to stare at the top of my head for the next minute. And I think we're about ready to go. If you have a weaker side, a less flexible side, start with that one, because I spend a little bit more time explaining stuff and you get more time to stretch out that leg. Cool? All right. Hips square, leg in front, belly button down. Whee! Hamstring now being stretched and very uncomfortable. Breathe, relax. Try your best to forget that your hamstrings are tingly. And if you want, you can always start stabbing your fingers into your hamstrings. Just distract yourself from the discomfort. But the main important thing here is to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Keep steady breathing. On the exhale, see if you can relax a little bit. Cool? All right. From here, we're going to do an inhale, exhale, fold. What that means is we're going to take a really strong inhale, store some breath, then slowly exhale and fold at the same time. Pull the belly button down into the ground, and it's going to be really intense, but it will be awesome. So let's go. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Focus on bringing that belly button down. And now take some normal breaths. Try to relax as much as you can in this new position with your hamstrings oh so tight. You might be feeling weird sensations here in the hip too. And just breathe. Don't hold your breath. Sometimes, because I need to talk, I am unconsciously holding the breath so I can keep my tone the same. So, if it sounds like I'm talking really fast, it's because I'm rushing a breath right after. Okay. Now that we've hung out here for a little bit, we've taken a couple of breaths. Hopefully, your hamstrings have relaxed a little bit. You might even be feeling your glutes, this backside, relax a tiny bit. We're going to do one more inhale, exhale, okay? This is the last one. Keep on trying to fold down, bring your belly button down into the ground. This is not about your chest. This is not about your head trying to touch your knees or anything like that. We're trying to fold the belly button down and get deep into the stretch. If you're feeling a lot of tension in the back of your neck, in the tops of your shoulders, that's too much. You're working those muscles too hard. Stop trying to touch your knee to your face, all right? Let's go. Inhale. Exhale and fold. That is intense. Stab your fingers into your muscles. Massage them. Distract your brain from the discomfort. Add new sensations. Remember to breathe. Normal, relaxing breaths. See if you can chill out into that position. And we're ready to go. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30. 29. 28. 30 more seconds of this. 26. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, we're almost done, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Come on out of that position. Bring your legs in. Oh, wow. Your heels might be feeling quite a bit of pressure right now because you've been stabbing them into the ground while doing this stretch. Luckily, we get to switch to the other leg, so you get a couple of seconds here to recover. All right. Switch to the other side. One knee is down on the padding, on your cushioning. Other leg is extended out in front. Again, try not to bring this hip super far forward so that you're starting to rotate and now your chest is at a diagonal. Keep it folded flat and forward. You can widen your stance a little bit if you want to help with balance, but only as much as you need for balance. Okay? From here, we're getting into it. Let's go. No more dilly-dallying. Bring the belly button down to the thigh. Whee! Hamstring stretch. You might be feeling it in your glutes a little bit, where your hamstrings attach to your hips, aka the bottom of your pelvis. Breathe. Relax. Chill. And we're going to inhale, exhale, fold. You ready? Inhale. Exhale and fold. Now your hamstrings are really tense. Take a couple seconds to breathe. Chill. Flop around. Relax. Oh, man. And now, hopefully, that you're slightly more relaxed, we're going to suffer some more with some more inhale, exhale, fold. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, exhale, fold is done. We are in a super deep stretch now. Breathe. Relax. Chill. If you felt a lot of tension in the front of your hip while you were folding, try to relax that tension. Get loose. Chill out. And I think it's time. 30 seconds. 30. 29. 28. 27. 26. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. If you start sitting your butt back a little bit, you might feel like you get a little bit more of a stretch. So experiment with that a little bit. My leg, the kneeling leg, was straight up and down before. Now my butt is going a little bit further back. And see if that helps you. If it doesn't, go back. If it does, great, use it. Oh man, I completely forgot what number we counted to. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Keep breathing, relaxing, folding. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, we're done. Get out of that stretch. Oh, rotate. And you might have noticed that my right leg is way more flexible than the other. You might not have noticed at all because you were too busy suffering in your own stretch, but my left leg is stuck way higher. Like, I've got several inches of distance between my lowest rib and my leg compared to the other leg. And that's why I start with the left leg first, because I need to spend a little bit more time there trying to get that leg to relax. Oh, that is our first stretch. Hopefully, now that I've talked for like 15 seconds, you'll realize, oh, hey, the hamstrings are no longer like super tingly and intense anymore. That's crazy. That it went away that fast? That fast? Yeah, that's crazy how the muscles do that. We're going to get into the second stretch. We're going to do the butterfly stretch. And for this stretch, I recommend that you bring your back to a wall to help keep you focused on the important stuff in this stretch. So get your butt, get your low back, your mid back, your shoulders up against a wall, and we're ready to begin. Bring your feet together, pull the feet in, and that is our setup. In the butterfly stretch, the most important part here is the groin stretch happening right here. What I want you to do is I want you to bring your knees down into the ground, okay? And I want you to do that with your own muscles. So I want you to use your outer thigh muscles, your glutes, to help open up your thighs. Scoot that butt back, rest your back against the wall, and use those muscles to open up the hips. Bring your knees down into the ground. If you're joining in for the first couple of times and you're still not quite sure what muscles you're using, just look at your knees. If they're going down a little bit and then they're getting stuck and then you're feeling a stretch here in the inner thighs, in the groin area, you're doing the right thing, okay? Don't worry about it. From here, we're going to apply a little bit of pressure with our hands. We're going to push down just below the knees, and when you do this, you're going to feel a whole bunch of pressure in your shoulders, maybe in the back of your head, because you're going to be pushing your back into the wall while you push your legs down into the ground. Luckily, we have a wall behind us, so we can't go anywhere, and that means the only thing that can move, really, is our knees into the ground, and that is what we want. Breathe. Try to relax as you push your legs down. You might slip a little bit forward as you do this. That's okay. Open, open, open. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. Don't hold your breath. Remember to breathe. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep on breathing. Keep on pushing your arms down. Keep on contracting your butt muscles, your outer thigh muscles. 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, let your hands go. After you relax, your knees might pop up a little bit. That's okay. We're just trying to chill now. Try to wiggle your legs a little bit. They might be feeling quite stuck, so you might need to take a hand and go, hey, shake out that leg. Wake up. Wake up. We gotta move. We got stuff to do. And once you've shaken it out a little bit, you should recover enough movement so that your muscles can do this, the flapping of the butterfly. From here, we're going to take a second to enjoy some more sirens. And I swear, I think during the live time, there's just a lot of sirens. I feel like there isn't that many sirens during the rest of the day. It's somehow right at the beginning of the day. Maybe it's because it's rush hour and they're getting to something that is not very positive. But in general, I guess sirens aren't associated with very positive things. So we're going to move on from that thought and get into our third stretch, the standing pancake. Oh, come on back into standing. Shake out your legs. Oof. 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 And we're ready. Let's go. Standing pancake. We're going to open up our legs decently wide and wider and wider and wider. The main thing that we want to be careful of is your hips not hurting. All right? If you get too wide here while you're standing, you're going to start feeling a pinching discomfort from the thigh bone, sort of pinching into parts of your pelvis, into your hip bone, and we don't want that. So if you're feeling it, bring your legs in a little bit. Okay? From here, we're focusing on bringing the belly button down into the ground and folding. Whee! Boom. This is our starting position. From the side, it looks a little bit like this. We are getting into just a little bit of an L shape with our legs wide apart. From here, our goal is to fold. It's to fold a lot. It's to fold some more. Fold, 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 fold until we get to whoosh, flat. That's why it's called a pancake. Actually, I don't know why it's called a pancake, but I guess, if you're trying to get flat, it's got to be a better word for this motion. Pac-Manning your mouth open, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, to get the most help from gravity in this position, you want to keep your upper body relatively close to horizontal. If you're a little bit higher, fine. If you're a little lower, fine. No worries about that, but relatively close to horizontal. And to make the stretch more intense, gravity work even more for you, you can extend your arms so that your biceps are by your ears. And if you want to really be a badass, I guess, you can hold a couple of jugs of water while you do this, and it's going to feel crazy. All right? That's it. That's all we're doing. We're folding. We're trying to bring the belly button down into the ground, and we're going to breathe. We're going to relax and keep on trying to fold forward. If at some point you feel like you're leaning too far forward and your face is about to fall into the ground, try to stick your butt back a little bit, and that'll help you with counterbalance. It'll shift your center of balance a little bit further back so that, it's happening in your chest. Cool? That's it. Let's go. Fold, 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 fold. Breathe. Once you fold it forward, you might notice that your legs can go out a little bit further. Go ahead, take that extra space. Fold. Bring the belly button down. Fold. Bring the belly button down. Once you're feeling like it's starting to get intense, it's time. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30. 29. 28. 27. Keep on breathing. Relax. Don't hold your breath. That will not help you stretch. That will just make you fall asleep and pass out. 23. 22. 21. 20. Keep on folding that belly button down. 19. 18. It's all about the belly button. It might feel like your face is also getting close to the floor, but don't make that your primary goal, because you'll start bending your neck, you'll start bending your back, and that is not actually helping us get into a deeper pancake. That's just bending your neck and bending your back. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. We're done with that. Yay! Put your hands down. Oh, slowly wiggle your toes and your heels together. See if you can bring your feet back into standing. Oof, man, struggle today. Do toes and heels and toes and heels and toes and heels. Oh, if you're super bent over, pop into a bit of a squat as you come up. When you squat, your lower back muscles re-engage, and it helps you stand up a little bit stronger. When you're folded forward a long time, your low back muscles tend to have shut down and, started relaxing, which is what we want when we're folded forward. But when you're trying to come back into standing, you want those muscles to kick in, and that's why we pop into a bit of a squat before we come into a full standing position. Whew. Now we finished our third stretch. I was about to say third warm-up exercise. Third stretch. We had 2 more left to do. The fourth one is either a pigeon or a figure 4, but I have not told you what this live is about in a while, and there's a bunch of people on. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we do this to build the number one quality: consistency. You can have the best plan, but if you don't follow it, it's not going to matter. So we try to focus on making it a little bit easier to stay consistent. We do basically the same workout every day at the same time with a bunch of other people. I try to bring good energy to the internet to make it a little bit more fun, to make it a little bit more entertaining while we suffer and struggle on the floor and groan and all those cool things. And hopefully we'll stack on that consistency and build a little bit more mobility in our hips, work on our movement together. And if you need something like that, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, keep coming back. Again, we're live every day at 9 p.m. Eastern. There's one caveat. Later this week, I am flying back to the US, so I have to miss one live. But other than that, we are live every single day, and make sure to be here. Cool? All right, fourth stretch. We got the option between the figure 4 stretch or the pigeon stretch. And you can feel free to do whatever you want if you know which one you like better, especially if you've been on the live a bunch. If you have not done either one of those and you don't know which one you'd prefer, we're doing the figure 4 today. So let's drop on down onto our backs and get ready to begin. We're laying down, and I know it's gonna feel real nice after suffering through all the other stretches that we just did. But you can't fall asleep. We gotta work. All right. We're gonna take one leg. We're gonna cross it over to the other side. Rest the ankle just below the other knee. All right. You can pretend you're an old man reading a newspaper with some glasses in a fancy hotel lobby, drinking a cocktail or I don't know, coffee or something. And I don't know why I got so descriptive in this. From here, we're going to stick our hands through the triangle we just made, wrap the other hand around the other leg. We're going to pull the knee in towards the chest. When you do this, I want you to feel the stretch here in the side of the hip, but it's very likely you'll feel some stretching in the inside around your hamstrings, maybe in the front to the side of your legs, in the adductors, and that is all good. We're going to take a quick breath. Then we're going to pull a little bit deeper. Pull that leg in. You're going to feel a whole bunch of stretch, and it's okay. That's good. Breathe. Pull some more. It's going to get more intense, and it's going to feel like your legs should not go any further. But I want you to pull just a little bit harder, because a lot of the time, once you get into that position, and you're like, man, this is crazy. And then you breathe for 3 seconds. You're like, wait, this isn't so bad. So instead of letting you pull whenever you feel like it, I'm forcing you right now to pull and breathe and pull and breathe and pull and breathe and pull until you've done quite a little bit. And now we're ready to go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. The reason why I'm making you pull so many times to start this is because for those of you who've done the pigeon, you know how deep you can go in that pigeon. And oftentimes in the figure 4, you're not going nearly as far. All right? So that means usually you have quite a bit more range of motion available to you that you're not using. And that is why I go pull. It's uncomfortable, great, pull some more. Uncomfortable, great, pull some more. And pull, and pull, and pull, and pull. Until your booty is tingly. All right. That was a long ramble. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, relax the leg. Chill, breathe. And if you want, since you're already laying down, you can let your hips drop to either side. Get a little stretch here for the back, while the tingliness in your butt is relaxing its way out. And whew, we're ready to switch to the other side. Y'all ready? Let's do this. Spin on over to the other side. Cross the ankle just below the knee. Reach your hands through the triangle around the other leg and get ready to pull it in. You are laying on your backs. Your eyes can be closed, but your muscles cannot quit. Pull your leg in. Breathe. Pull some more. Breathe. Pull some more. Breathe. Pull some more. Breathe. If you actually get to a point where it's not going any further, it's not making any more progress, you don't have to keep pulling harder. This is just for most people who have been doing the show a bunch and have done the pigeon and realize, oh no, look, you can like bring your leg really close to your chest, but when you do the figure four, your leg is kind of further away. That is who I'm telling. Pull some more. All right, we're ready. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. If your knee is feeling a little bit achy when you're pulling on your ankle, oh, whoops, I flopped over. Oh. You can palm the knee and pull it in directly, and it might make you feel a more intense stretch in the hip. All right. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, relax. That is our fourth stretch. You can drop your arms, drop your shoulders down to the ground. You can let your hips flop from side to side. Breathe. Oh, relax, chill, and see if you can get a little bit more rotation out of your spine. I said, well, maybe I didn't say this today, but usually I say, we're done with thoracic rotation for the day. Right after we do our second warm-up exercise. But this is also a little bit of thoracic rotation. You get a little bit of relaxation in the spine, letting your weight of the legs pull yourself into a deeper stretch. When you're here on this side, you might actually feel a little bit in that glute because your leg is still slightly bent in that pigeon-esque position. Okay, we've probably hung out here for too long. It's probably time to get into side splits. Let's go. Oh, roll over. Yeah. Oh, come back into standing. Oh, hopefully you're feeling a little bit more relaxed now. And it's time to get into some side splits. I recommend that you stand 8 to 12 inches in front of a wall, okay? When you stand in front of a wall, it gives you something to sort of fall back into if you start losing balance. And the reason why this is important is because when you're doing the side splits, eventually at some point, you're going to be in this position. Your legs are going to be wide open. You're going to have your hands on the ground. You're going to be trying to balance. You're going to try to get deeper into the stretch. And at some point, if you're wiggling and you're squirming and you're trying to get into a deeper stretch, at some point, you'll probably lose balance. You'll be like, no! And you'll fall on your butt. All right? If you're pretty low to the ground, it might not be so much of a big deal. It'll be fine. But you'll try to catch yourself. Sometimes you'll like your wrist might feel a little bit weird after you try to catch yourself because your wrist is not used to, slamming into the ground trying to catch yourself. And sometimes your tailbone is going to really hurt because you just fell. If you're low to the ground, it's not going to be a big deal because you're not falling quite that far. But if you're higher up, if you just dropped 2 feet into the ground, that is going to hurt your butt. So stand 8 to 12 inches in front of the wall so that if you lose balance, you're like, oh, and you're swimming through the air, your butt's going to rest against the wall, and you're like, cool, that's fine. And with that, we're ready to get into the side splits. Open up your legs wide, until you feel the beginning of discomfort here at the hip. When you're feeling discomfort, bring the legs back. Keep in mind where that generally is, and that is your starting position. You don't need to go any further, but also don't come closer. This is your starting position. Cool. From here, we're gonna fold the belly button down into the ground. Fold, 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 fold. Oh, and that starting position is not gonna change. So if you've been on the live for, some of the last 300 days or whatever that we've been doing this live, now you know this is your starting position. You don't ever have to go further into hip discomfort because that is not going to change. That's your bone structure. It's not muscle. So cool. All right, from here, we're folding that belly button down into the ground. Whew. Relaxing, breathing. If this looks like exactly how we set up for pancake, that is 100% right. From here, I want you to try to put your hands down on the ground. If you cannot reach the ground, go ahead, grab a yoga block, grab some textbooks, grab a small stool, grab a chair, and use that to help elevate your hands. When you're in this folded forward position, you should find, at least for your bones, that you can open up your legs a little bit further. That does not mean your muscles are excited to open up a little bit further, so you might not be able to drop deeper into a stretch, but if you can, take a little bit of that space, drop a little bit deeper, and it'll be a little bit easier to put your hands on the ground, okay? From here, we're going to do the most important part of the side split. We're going to rotate these legs. So right now, your feet should be flat on the ground, right? What we're going to do is we're going to rotate the whole leg backwards. And what that means is instead of your foot flat on the ground, we're going to go whoosh, rotate it back. Your heels are now down, your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, your quad muscles are pointing up into the air. From here, you're going to rotate the other leg as well, so both of them are going. And in this position, your bones should not be getting in your way anymore. This is our side split position. Now it's all about our muscles and them relaxing into a side split. Whew. While you're here, you'll probably just drift out into a deeper position. It's gonna be uncomfortable. Oh man. Do a little wiggle from side to side. See if you can have your feet slide out just a little bit further. And we're ready to begin. 30 seconds, 30, 29, 28. I know it's uncomfortable, but don't forget to breathe. 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. If you're still feeling a pinching sensation in your hip, try to externally rotate further backwards, aka point your toes even further back. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, that's it. Walk your hands forward. Oh, crawl onto your knees. Pull your legs in. That is our first side split. The way we do the side splits is a little bit different from all the other stretches. For the other things, we do one round of 30 seconds, and then we move on. But the side splits, we do 3 rounds of 30 seconds, and in between each of the side splits, we try to shake out the tension, we try to get loose, we try to prepare our hips to be ready for the best second side split and the best third side split. So what I want you to do is come back up into standing, hopefully telling you about what we're doing next, give you a couple seconds to relax. Move around, shake out your legs, waddle like a penguin, do whatever you gotta do. Get back into standing, and we're gonna shake out some tension, all right? What I want you to do is imagine you just stepped in a puddle, or maybe you got out of a swimming pool, got out of the ocean at the beach, and your legs are wet. I want you to imagine that you're flicking water off of your toes. And I want you to imagine you're trying to flick it as far as possible, so you need to whip that leg fast and strong. The fastest way to whip your leg out is to have your calves and your ankles relaxed so you can whoosh, whip it out. Cool? Try that for a couple seconds and try to maintain that lack of tension in your calves and in your ankles. And once you got that motion down, you can drop the knee, you can relax, you can get a little bit lazy, and you can start flopping the leg around. Flop, 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 flop. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Shake, 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 shake. 5 to 10 seconds of shaking and getting loose is plenty. So we should be ready to swap over to the other side. I combined switch and swap into one word. Swatch. Now we're selling watches. All right, let's go. Flick the leg like you're flicking water off of your toes. And when that is getting more relaxed and more comfortable, drop the knee, reduce the range, flick a little bit faster, and shake, 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 wiggle, 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 wiggle. Again, the ankle is just doing whatever it wants at this point. Your calves are relaxed so that your ankles can do whatever they want. And 5 to 10 seconds is plenty. Let's move on. We're going to give our hips a little bit of movement to help reduce some of the tension here from that position in the side splits. And I want you to put all your weight into one leg. I want you to drop the big toe or the ball of the foot down on the other side with that knee slightly bent. And I want you to rotate the leg in and out and in and out and in and out. And I never get the timing of this right. In and out and in and out. There we go. This is just gentle movement. You don't have to do anything crazy. You can pick up the pace whenever you want. You can do it till it turns into a little bit of a dance. You can do some stanky leg and switch to the other side. Again, all of your weight is in one leg. This leg has basically no weight. We are putting just the big toe down, maybe the ball of the foot down, and we're shaking the leg out, doing a little dance. You can experiment with how you want to do this, right? You can be very almost formal, opening it in and out and in and out and in and out. If you drop your leg slightly off to the side more, you can kind of shake it out like this. If you want, you can turn it into some stanky leg again, and you could even combine both and do both at the same time. More dance moves. Enjoy, have fun with it. And with that, I think we're about ready to get back into side split number 2. I hope your muscles are feeling a little bit more relaxed, you're feeling a little smoother, a little dancier, and let's go. Stand 8 to 12 inches in front of a wall, in front of something you're ready to rest your butt on if you start losing balance. And let's open up our legs. Again, we just tested this. If you're feeling discomfort in the hips, bring the legs back a little bit. Take note of where your legs are. This is probably your starting point. As long as there is no discomfort here, you're good to go. From here, we're folding the belly button down into the ground. Whee! And we're going to try our best to put our hands down. Feel free to use some blocks. Use something to elevate your hands if you can't reach. And when you are in this forward folded position, your muscles might be able to let you get a little bit deeper into the stretch. From here, we're going to externally rotate the legs. What that means is we're going to rotate the leg whoosh, out towards the outside of our body. And that means it goes from foot flat to whoosh, toes pointing up, knees pointing up, quads pointing up. And we're going to do that on both legs. Whoosh. And now we're in position. This is the position where our bones and our bone structure is not going to be the limiting factor in our side split. Now it is our muscles. And so do a little wiggle from side to side. See if you can break the friction holding your feet back. Lean forward, sit back, adjust your position, see where you need to stretch the most, and we're ready. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. As you're going, add in a little wiggle here and there, see if you can get a little bit deeper. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, that's it. Walk your hands forward, bring your legs in. That's a second side split. Hopefully you're in a position where your legs are not crying out, and You can catch your breath from here. Come back into standing. We're going to shake out our legs one more time. It's the same as the last one, but now you get to practice the skill a little bit more. Whew. Standing, shaking out the leg. We're flicking water off of our toes. Perhaps you should imagine flicking water into the eyes of your enemies. So you have to really work on it, hit them from really far away. Whoosh. And that relaxation, that whipping motion in your calves, in your ankles, we're taking it to the chill position, the floppy position, and we're just shaking it out, wiggling, relaxing. It's no longer about the eyes of our enemies, it's about relaxing the legs, getting floppy, getting wiggly, getting jello-y, getting wet noodly, and we're ready to move on. Flick the leg out, relax it, chill, and we are in position. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Shake, 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 shake. Flop, 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 flop. Those legs should be pretty good to go. We're gonna get into the hips. All of your weight is in one leg. We're dropping the big toe, the ball of the foot down, slightly rotating the leg in and out and 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 in and out. And adjust, tweak, lean the other way. Have absolutely no weight on this toe. Shake the leg, shake the leg, shake the leg. You might get to a point where, because there's almost no weight on this leg, your quad muscles are just flopping all over the place and they look extra jello-y. That is good. That is how you know those muscles are also relaxing. Again, you can add in some stanky leg, you can add in some fun moves, and keep going. Experiment with this. Your legs rotating in and out. If you keep them pretty close together, you can have this pretty clear left and right and left and right. If you open them up a little bit, but you're still leaning off to the side, it will have these muscles chill out a little bit more, flop around, and again, stanky leg. Combine everything. Let's go. Side split number 3. Are we at 3 already? Yeah, 3. Stand 8 to 12 inches in front of whatever it is that you're prepared to slightly fall into. If you lose balance, fingers crossed you don't. And let's open up the legs. Get into position. Fold forward. We are here. Put your hands down if you can. Feel free to use a block to elevate your hands if you can't get there. But once you're in this position, and you're folded forward like so at a L shape, 90 degrees, you should be able to drop slightly deeper because your bone structure is not going to be holding your back as much. From here, we're going to externally rotate the legs. That means we're taking this foot from flat on the ground like this, and we're rotating so that the heels are down, the toes are up, the knees are pointing up, and we're going to do that on both legs. Boom. Ooh. Oh. Trying to show off. Failed. From here, your bones are aligned so that they're ready to let you do some side splits. Your muscles, however, are not. So this is us getting stretchier. Do a little wiggle from side to side. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. And as you get deeper into the stretch, enjoy the tension. Breathe, relax. 30 seconds, legs go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our final side split. Walk your hands forward. Bring your legs in. Oh, take your time. This last round tends to be pretty hard. That is our third and final side split. We're going to get back into standing. We're going to shake out our arms, shake out our legs one more time. We're going to do a couple of quick joint checks, and then we will be ready to wrap up. I have been just running through the live, and I have not looked at the chat in a while. Oh man, and we're still 7 minutes into the next hour. Oh, man. Where did all the time go? Okay. Come back into standing. Let's shake out the legs and get ready to wrap up. Whew. Let's go. Flick out that leg. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. If you've been here since the first round of side splits, you know exactly how to get into this position. You don't have to start with the intense big leg flip in the future. You can just go directly into shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flop, 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 flop. Other side, same thing. Shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flop, 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 flop. The goal is to relax your leg muscles, right? So if you're turning into jello, you're flopping around, you're wiggling, you're shaking, that is a good sign. Those muscles that we've been using to do this motion with, you can integrate it into your leg shake, that leg flop, leg wiggle. You can do that internal external rotation with those muscles. Wow, you're shaking it out, and combine the whole thing into some big oogly googly crazy mess. Whew. Let's work on the hips. Same thing. All of our weight is in one leg, just the big toe, the ball of the foot is down on the other. We're just shaking out the leg, doing a little dance. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. The less weight you put on the leg that's doing the shaking, the more you lean away from it, the faster the leg is able to shake, and the more violently the muscles can sort of flop all over the place because there's no tension, there's no weight on the leg, right? And you're able to get a whole bunch more relaxation in the rest of the leg. Whew. That's it. That's all the relaxation we're gonna do. Let's do a quick joint check. We're gonna do some hip circles. Slowly go through that full range of motion at your hips. You might feel it here in the sides of your hips. After the side splits, you might feel it a little bit in your low back. Whew. And I know that I do. So that's why I like to do a couple of hip circles, because this is about hip mobility. Now we're just making sure everything's working fine. All right, we're gonna do a quick high knee. Make sure those muscles in the front are working. You only have to do one to know that they're working or not. We're gonna keep our feet pretty close together. Not super, 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 super close, but pretty close. And we're gonna pop into a quick squat. I want you to try and fold your chest down towards your knees. Then I want you to push those knees forward, as far forward past your toes as you can. And feel that stretch in the Achilles tendon, in your calves. Your center of gravity, your balance, is going to be leaning quite a bit forward at this point. So your toes should be working real hard to keep you stable. They should be flexing and clenching into the floor. And what I want you to do from here is do a quick calf raise. 1, 2, 3. If you're able to pull those off, if you're able to control those muscles, those joints together, and get that movement done, you're probably doing pretty good. So we are ready to wrap up. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in, practicing a little bit of consistency with me today. I hope you enjoyed the hip mobility, the side splits. I hope you're moving a little bit better and you're feeling more flexible, because that's the goal of the show, to practice a little bit of consistency, to work on our mobility together. Suffer on the floor and make it a little bit more bearable, because I'm funny, right? Kind of, maybe a little bit, you know, okay. All right. Oh, man, I've not been back at the phone in a little bit because I knew I was running behind, but I didn't realize I was so behind. Oh, Cat G says, thank you. User 1324725092754 says, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for practicing with me. Oh man. I almost invited somebody by accident. PB Galaxy 45 on YouTube says, good morning. I am from India. Welcome, PBX Galaxy 45. If you're in India, what is it, like 7 in the morning for you? Welcome. Thanks for coming to the live. I'm going to scroll up a little bit in the chat real quick, see if there's anything I missed while I was way back over there trying to get through our show. What time is it there? It is currently 9:11 a.m. where I'm at. U.S. time should be 10:11, 10:12 Eastern. Oh, by the way, We just did 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every day at 9 p.m. Eastern to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, and to suffer on the floor together. So it's, a little bit more bearable, a little bit more fun because other people are suffering with you. If you like the show, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, keep coming back. I make other videos. It's not just stretching. Actually, most of the other videos have nothing to do with the side splits or stretching. A little bit is about mobility, but most of it is about squeezing in a little bit of fitness where you can in your life. When you got 2 minutes waiting for the microwave to heat something up, when you are waiting for the water to boil for coffee, you have sat in some of my stretches for a little over 30 seconds, and you know how much suffering you can put your body through in just 30 seconds. So 2 minutes is plenty of time to get a tiny workout. You don't even need 2 minutes. A minute is plenty, and you should find a way to add them in throughout your day. And maybe you won't be the fastest person around. Maybe you won't be the strongest person around, but you'll move a little bit better. You'll move a little bit smoothly, and you'll be somebody who moves when you got free time, right? The main change that we care about is the consistency, is becoming the person who cares about movement, who likes to add in a little bit every single day so that they feel better, they move better. And that's the fundamental quality that I want to have you guys have a little bit more of. Cool? And Does Art says, after a 20-mile bike ride, I'm struggling. I can imagine that all of the stabilizer muscles in your legs are going a little crazy, especially when we're doing things like hip cars, where our center of gravity goes out to the side. Yeah, 20 miles of biking is a lot. I hope none of it was uphill. I hope all of it was. I guess it really depends on what you're trying to work on, right? If you're trying to get stronger, I hope it was all uphill. I hope you just crushed a really intense 20-mile bike ride and you have time to recover. Obviously, not going to be very nice or gentle on you during the live, but I hope you got what you want from it. Felicity says, 早上好. Welcome. Good morning. And what else we got? Oh, I think I'm to the top of the chat. That is everything. I'm going to scroll back down because I see there's 11 new messages. And where are we at? I saw that. Cat G says, I watched it live for 100 minutes. I'm pretty sure that is an automatic notification from TikTok. But Cat, that's awesome. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for stretching together. I think this is day 2 because I think I saw your comments yesterday. So thank you for being here. And I'm glad you're back on consistency. PBX Galaxy 45 on TikTok asks if I'm drinking coffee. I'm drinking coffee. Che sends a bunch of emojis. Thank you. And more funny images of me that are now basically emojis. And Does Art says, I struggled through it today. Just did a 20-mile bike ride. Up and down. Rough. But I'm proud of you. That's hard stuff. 20 miles is a lot. I used to commute to work, and on non-rainy days, because I don't like to bike in the rain because don't like to be wet in the rain at work. Used to bike 17-ish miles to work, and I had to be very careful about making sure I had enough food for lunch and having a snack, because on the 17-mile bike ride back, because once you get there, your bike is there. You have to come home. There was a couple of times where I was like, wow, I've completely run out of energy. I can't move anymore. This is a lot. And then I have to go run around looking for a food vendor, a stand, to try and have something to eat, to have some rest before I could get home. And I was like, man, it's getting dark. I would really like to be home soon. so 20 miles is a ton. Oh, okay. I think I'm through most of the chat. Jenny M3172 says, my legs feel good. Thank you. Amazing. I'm so glad that you guys hung out, worked on the side splits, worked on our hip mobility together. Hopefully, now that I've rambled for 5 minutes reading the chat and stuff, you've taken some time to chill out, relax, and you're feeling good. Feel free to add in some other stretches. Get ready for bed if that's the time for you. And I'll see you guys soon. Our lives are at 9 p.m. Eastern every single day. And if you don't know what time that is, We started an hour and 17 minutes ago. So make sure to come back. Make sure to keep stretching. And I'll see you in a little bit. Cool. Bye. Closing out.